Okay, getting on. Did I click something? Oh. All right, hey guys, I understand everybody is going live like at the same time, but I wanted to come on here and show you guys this cream of chicken and wild rice soup. You can also turn this into just a regular chicken noodle soup if you want to. It's up to you. But it is super cold, as I'm sure most of you know. People are getting sick, so this is a perfect soup for that. Okay, so I have everything prepped. Let me just turn this around and show y'all what we're working with. Okay, so prior to getting started, so this is how I like to prep my chicken for soups or for, enchiladas, or, just depends, like anything that needs this kind of chicken. So I like to poach my chicken. These are chicken tenderloins. I bought them in prepackaged packs, like they come separated. So I like to poach my chicken. You can also do that with chicken breast, or if you do use bone-in chicken, that would be really good too, because then you could get a lot of benefits from the bone broth. If you poach it, then you'd be making your own broth. Okay, so you also get to use the broth that you make. So you basically get to make your own chicken broth. Okay, so what you have to do is put your chicken in cold water. You fill your pot, make sure the water is cold, and then put your chicken right into it, and then let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, then you want, hey love, hi, it's good to see you. I'm making some cream of chicken and wild rice soup. It's super cold here, and I figured some people might need it. So it's just a quick one. I know that like so many people are live right now or going live, but I just needed to make this really quick for people. I was actually just talking about the chicken. I don't know how long you've been in here for, but I like to poach my chicken for these kinds of recipes, or anything that requires like a shredded type of chicken. So if you do want to, oh, okay, perfect. It's good to see you. So if you do want to poach your chicken, if you want to use bone in, then you get a lot of benefit from the bones themselves. But in order for you to poach your chicken, you have to fill your pot with cold water, put your chicken in there, make sure that your chicken is covered in water, and then put it on high for until it comes to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, you want to cover it and turn it all the way down to medium and just let it cook, and it'll cook for about 20 minutes. And once it's done cooking, you're going to want to remove it from the heat and just leave it covered for about 15 minutes. But in order for you to know that your chicken is cooked, just make sure that it registers at 165. But if your chicken pieces are small enough, you'll know that it's cooked. So it's one of my favorite ways to make chicken for like salads and things like that. So that's the kind of chicken. I've already boiled it. I'm going to be using the broth that we boiled it in for the soup. Okay, so let's get started. So this is super good for you, obviously, and it's very hearty. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is start off with about 3 tablespoons of butter. Okay. Oh, I already misplaced my spoon. Just had it. Okay. So I hope everybody's doing well and staying warm. It's been so cold, you guys, so cold. So this is absolutely perfect for this. I do like to make bread to go with this sometimes, but obviously you don't have to do that. So we are melting our butter. I have it on high. So while that melts, I'll tell you what else we're gonna need. You're going to need 1 large onion chopped. So I like to just put mine in the food processor, just, to make life easier, or you could just, what is that thing? Shred it, okay? So 1 onion. So you'll need about a cup of onion. It's white sweet onion, okay? And then, or yellow onion. And then you need 1 cup of celery chopped. And you need about 1.5 cups of carrots. You can use more, obviously. Carrots are delicious. So I have almost 2 cups in here. Okay, so that's what we're starting with. Okay, so once the butter melts, I don't know if y'all can see anything. Can you? Yeah. Okay. I did look for a different tripod because of the issues that I was having the other day, but I couldn't find a good one. So apologies. But I did rig this up, so it should be fine. Okay, so the butter is melted. Next thing you're going to do is put your onion in. See, it's not hot enough. We'll let this warm up. Are you guys having bad weather where you are, love? Or cold weather, I should say. This is taking a little bit longer than I expected it to start warming up. This is one of my favorite soups to make. I can really put this away. Like, I'll just say that. Because it's very filling and it tastes good, and it's just, I don't know. It's right here. Did I click the wrong one? Georgia, very cold, and yeah, crazy. So we've got our onions, and then you've got your celery. You want to put that in. And we're going to put our carrots in right now, okay? And you're going to want to cook this all together. Let this cook down. So for this first part, we're basically making a roux. I don't know if you've ever had Panera Bread's. Hey, Rally, hi. It's good to see you. We're making cream of chicken and wild rice soup today. This is taking a little bit longer to warm up. Yeah, today it was supposed to be a little bit warmer, but this morning it was absolutely brutal. It was so cold, you guys. Oh my God. It was a lot. Okay, let me turn it this way. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. Okay. So this is just cooking. We are going to end up making a roux for this. That's how we're gonna get the soup to be nice and thick. Yeah, that's crazy. You guys, so like I left my window just like a little bit open. And when I woke up in the morning, like the windowsill was frozen. I mean, like, snow is not unusual for us. It's just been like crazy weather, like where it's warm and then it's, you know, freezing. So, all right. So while this cooks down, for some reason, it's taking forever. I don't understand why. Okay. So for this, you're going to need about a 1/4 teaspoon of each one of these seasonings. If it's not, you can obviously add more depending on your taste. So we've got thyme. Thyme is very good for you, especially when you're sick. It's good for the soul. You guys, if you have a little bit of inflammation, go ahead and add a little bit of turmeric to this. If you don't add a lot of turmeric, you won't really be able to taste it, but you'll still get the benefits of the turmeric. But if you add too much, it tastes a little bitter. So just be careful with how much you add. Hey, Paolo, hello. It's good to see you. And then the next thing we have is rosemary. Rosemary and chicken blend beautifully. You guys, if you don't have all of these spices separately, go ahead and use a poultry seasoning. You can just buy the pack, like the little box. Because the poultry seasoning will have the sage, the thyme, everything. And I hope you're doing well, Paolo. So I'm adding sage. How is you guys' weather over there, Paolo? Of course, Rally. Of course. So I'll show you guys how it looks. Just because for some reason I can't move my camera down very well. So that's how it looks right now. And then you do add garlic to this, but I did run out. You feel bad complaining? Why? Why, Paolo? Do you guys have good weather? I hope you do. Okay. Well, I hope you're enjoying the weather. I hope it's beautiful and you're out there enjoying it. You know, and the thing is, we do need the moisture here because in the summer we do get a lot of high heat, like it's over 100 degrees. And if we don't get that moisture, you know, during the winter season, then we end up having drought conditions. So it's awful, you know. So hopefully we do get more moisture, but it is hard for, you know, some situations, but we're okay. Okay, so I added garlic powder because I did run out of garlic. And the stores are kind of low stock on some things just because some things didn't get delivered because of weather conditions, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit of extra garlic to this because garlic is good for you if you're sick. Today it was like maybe 3 degrees, Paolo. All right, so now to this, okay, let me see if I can bring you guys closer. Because I am trying to rig this thing. Oh, okay, it moved a little bit. Okay. All right. So this is where we're at right now. Once these have cooked down a little bit, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of flour to this, okay? And we're just going to mix this with the veg. So this is our onion, carrot, and celery mixture. You need about 1 cup of each. You need about 3 tablespoons of butter melted. Our poultry seasoning, if you don't have all of these seasonings, I feel bad for the iguanas. Some on my lunch here. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I saw a bunch of iguanas when we were in Florida. It's like not a usual sighting for us, you know? So as you guys can see, it's kind of making a paste, right? So once we get to this point, you're gonna wanna add, about 4.5 to 5 cups of chicken broth. Now you can make your own chicken broth the way that I told you that we poached the chicken. If you poach your own chicken, you can use that for your broth. And it's even better if it has bones, okay? So this is my broth right here. I'm going to add this right into this. And we're going to give this a mix. And this will start to thicken, right? Now, while this is cooking, we are going to come over here. Bring you guys with me. Oh, Paolo, that's so sad. My God. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Just gauge your salt depending on your broth that you're using. Okay, so I have the chicken right here. I'm going to just cut this up. You can shred this if you want to. If you have like a stand mixer, you can use that. If you want bigger chunks, you can do that too. Excuse my bangs. They are bugging me. They're growing, so you know how it is. All right, so I'm just gonna take the chicken. If you guys want big chunks of chicken, go ahead and cut this into chunks. If not, then just slice it. So, but yeah, this is a good soup recipe to have. Now, if you just want to make this a light broth, low carb chicken soup, lower carb, I should say, don't add the flour. And you can use a little bit of noodles, but not too much. Hello? Is that breast meat? Yeah, it's tenderloins. Mel's, hi. It is. It's chicken tenderloins. Okay, so we can just forget about the fork. I thought it was still very hot, but it's not. I do like bigger chunks of chicken to get full protein. But as I was saying, if you do want to make this, because we are starting a low carb crash diet situation. If you guys haven't seen the community post, it's there. So if you do want to make this more so keto, go ahead and skip the flour. If you want to use something other than noodles, you can use a little bit of noodles and just go low carb instead of keto. If you just really like, if your soul needs it, okay? Or just add little chunks of cheese. You can slice pieces of cheese, you guys, to make it look, oh my God, hi B squared, hello. Yes, we're making a cream of chicken and wild rice soup. So you can do it low carb like that. Or if you just want to turn this into an old school, regular, you know, chicken noodle soup and you don't want it to be thick, skip the flour. Yes? I love you too, Bubba. The baby's talking to me through the vent. So cute. I'm so glad you made it too, B squared. Thank you, Paolo. Yeah, so I don't know, Paolo, if you saw the post that I made. We're doing a low carb. So for the first week, it's going to be like super, like a crash diet almost, but we're going to get all of our calories, like nobody's gonna be starving. But it's going to be super low carb to just kind of get it started. To get people started to, you know, get rid of, it'll be kind of a, almost like a detox, right? That first week. And then we're going to up the carbs to get them to keto level. I know, he just discovered that the one in his room, I can hear him very clearly. He goes, I love you, mama. I'm like, oh, my everything. Okay, so I'm gonna take this chicken and put it right here. Let me turn this down so it doesn't burn. Yeah, B squared, we're going to be doing, I already posted the menu for the first week for the super crash, right? So that's going to be our first one. And then after that, we're just going to slowly go up to keto. So in the first week, people are going to see like a huge drop, especially in water weight. Hey, Jenny, hi. Especially in water weight, and it's going to feel good, and they're going to kind of have to get over that keto, the keto flu, you know? So, and then the next thing we're going to do is 1.5 cups of milk. If you're going to need 1/2 cup of cream, you can use heavy whipping cream, or you can use half and half. I'm using half and half in here. Because the heavy whipping cream does make it pretty thick, depending on how you like your soup. If you are a bread bowl person, and you are going to maybe put this in a bread bowl, it's probably better to use the heavy whipping cream just because you're not going to have to deal with it getting too soggy. Oh, we squared you. It's good to have you, honey. It's been a minute. It has definitely been a minute. All right. You miss bread. Oh, Paolo, are you already doing low carb? Because if you are, I did make these biscuits one time. They're made of almond flour, and they were divine, okay? Like, they slap. So I'm going to have to do that one too. So, and then for our rice, didn't I just grab the rice? You're going to need 3/4 cup of the wild rice. Let me show you which one I use. This is the one I use. Okay, so my bread behavior. I got something in my hair. Sorry, guys. So this is the mixture that I use. I get this at Walmart. I couldn't find it at King Soopers for some reason. What is this 80s swoop that's happening right now? Who cares? So the bread situation, that one works. We also have keto tortillas. I did see those today at the store. That was keto friendly because it's super high in fiber, so it kind of cancels out the carbs, which is awesome. There was something else I was going to tell you guys. Pots. Okay, let me go to this and then I'll remember. So 3/4 cup of rice. We're just going to add that right in here. You guys, this is so good to garnish with a little bit of lemon juice or lemon zest. Once you're done, okay. So this is going to cook up. It's not going to take too long. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to tell you. So I'm going to keep this chicken for something else. But yeah, I might actually keep this. I might do the quiche. I don't know when Chris is wanting to do quiche. I'll just chop this while I talk to you guys. So that's what we're doing. So eventually, this is the thing. So we're going to do the crash diet part first because I want people to kind of set into it. Like they just go into it and feel that difference because once you feel that difference of like you just flushing everything out, you do feel a difference. And then it kind of helps you get over that keto hump of, when you go into ketosis. So we're doing that. And then we're going to go to regular keto where we're going to up the carbs from 10, because that we're only going to be doing 10 or less for the first week. We're going to up that to about 25. So, and then when we go up to 25, once people start to see a difference in their weight loss, and we work on portion control, and because we need to at least keep this up for 3 weeks. Not that we're only doing the super, super low carb. Hi, Brad, welcome in. Yes, B squared just for the first week, but it's going to be about 1,800 calories in food just for the first week. And then after that, it's going to go up to 25, which is keto. And then depending on how people are feeling, or because some people, it might work really well for them. Like not everybody likes carbs the same way. Some people do prefer meat and proteins, different kinds of proteins. So that might work for them. For other people, if it doesn't work for them, once they hit because they do have to stay on it for that like 3-week period for it to really feel like, you've made a difference. Once they hit that 3-week period and they learn like the portion control, then we can switch it up to maybe a different diet if that one doesn't feel sustainable. Like it will still be low carb, but not as low as keto. And we'll just work on the portion control aspect of it and calories. So that's the plan. It's also not going to require people to like work out all crazy. Like I'm not going to expect people to all of a sudden like start like pumping iron at the gym. You know what I mean? It's just going to be like simple stuff. Like if somebody decides like, you're on your lunch break and you get to go for a walk or whatever, then just clock that into, I went for like a 30-minute walk. Mel's, are you not doing it with us? Mel's. What? I thought you were doing it with us. That's why I tagged you. To make a choice between two of my favorite live streamers, it's normally time. Wandering, like no hard feelings, I swear. Like if y'all want to go watch somebody else that you're, used to watching, like absolutely no problem. Are you going to, Mel's, are you doing like a lower carb or are you watching calories? What are you going to be doing? Because I want to say, because it might work with what we're doing, because we're only doing that extreme thing for the first week. And then we're going to do something that's not going to drive people out of their minds. Hey, Chris, hello. Yeah, and then that's what we're working towards. Because it seems like everybody has like that same complaint. Like, I don't eat well enough. I don't get the nutrients I'm supposed to get. I don't eat what I'm supposed to. And then I end up cramming a bunch of carbs. So thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So Chris, we are doing cream of chicken and wild rice. Delicious. Okay. And Chris, you can use the bread recipe that I gave you to make bread bowls for this, or make a bread on the side. Yeah, that's the goal, Rally. Because I want people like by the time we like hit summer, like for me, once January hits, I'm already prepping for summer. Put a whole buddy in it. Hi, Sky. Hello. Silly. But yeah, so if you do want to make a bread bowl for this, you can use that recipe that I gave you, and just add a little bit more flour. You don't want it to be as soft, so maybe another half cup of flour. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And then yeah, we're just going to go into maintaining. And then when we go into summer, like I said, like I start prepping for like summer in January. Like I'm ready for summer. I want summer now. So I want people to be like, oh, like this feels good. Like maybe just even wearing a new outfit. Like this has nothing to do with like, like wearing bikinis and stuff. Like if If you don't want to wear a bikini, you don't have to. If you don't want to go to the pool, you don't have to. But it might just be like, you know, a cute sundress, or for the guys, like, you know, a different kinds of shorts, or like, you know, button-up tops. Like those button-up tops, like the Hawaiian shirts, like those are coming back. And it's like, oh, look, like I can fit into this now, you know? So that'd be cool. And even if it's just a little bit of weight loss, it makes a huge difference. So I do have some chicken. Chris, I don't know when you're wanting to make the quiche, because you haven't gotten to me about that. I do have some chicken that I need to get rid of this gut. Okay, Sky, absolutely. We can absolutely do that. And obviously going low carb is the way to do it. And you know, there's a secret to losing your gut too. You basically, okay, like I learned this as a kid because we were all in martial arts. You basically always have to walk around with your core ready for a punch. So our old sensei used to come around and gut punch us while we were standing there. I know that's not abuse. Don't worry about it. I'm not traumatized. I'm grateful. Okay, this was in Algeria, and this was Aikido, right? And he would go around and punch us in the gut. And he said, your stomach always has to be ready, always has to be. So you become conditioned to always be flexing your stomach. It almost feels weird not to. And I'll give you another tip, Sky. When you're at home, if you're not going anywhere, never stay in your pajamas, ever. When you get up, put on some jeans. Even if you're not going anywhere, put on some jeans. And if they're a little bit tight, that's even better. Yes. Oh, let me see. I didn't see what's. I have to get some stuff for quiche tomorrow. You want to do one tomorrow? Yeah, I'm good with that, Chris. We can do quiche. Toss me a laundry basket. She did martial arts. You know what? See, like, so those are just like some small things, right? Also, like, what I find, like, if you're someone who works in like a health office, right? You get used to the scrubs. For me, when I worked in a medical office, I quickly gained weight because you're always sitting, and like, especially if like it's office work and you're wearing scrubs, which are kind of big. So it's like when you gain weight, sometimes you don't notice, and until you go to put on your jeans, because you're like, hey, I'm going out after work, and you're like, why is this tight? You know what I mean? Especially if you're not someone who weighs yourself all the time. Yeah, of course, Chris, you got it. I'll DM you. But yeah, when you wake up in the morning, don't stay in your pajamas, don't stay in your underwear, don't do any of that. Wear your outside pants, wear some skinny jeans, wear jeans. I wear jeans every single day, even if I'm at home, even if I'm cooking, even if I'm doing any of those things, because it keeps me in check. For us ladies, I know you don't want to hear it. A bra. Wearing a bra, because it makes you walk different. If you don't have to wear flats, don't wear flats. Having a little heel also helps you walk different, also makes you engage your core. And that does help you build stomach muscles and less gut. I know. Scrubs are a nightmare, okay? I've never been a fan, especially because they make them like one size fits all. It's like, I'm not a dude. I want women's scrubs. Hi, Candy. Hello. It's good to see you. So that would be like one of the first things that I would suggest. Ooh, okay, this is coming together. It's almost done, actually. So for my soups, whenever I make soup, I do like to add a little bit of turmeric. And turmeric helps with inflammation, helps with gut health. It helps with a lot of things. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, if y'all weren't here when I said this, if you add a little bit of turmeric to anything that you make, you are not really going to be able to taste it. If you add too much, it'll be bitter. I do too, Paolo. It's a miracle. It's a miracle spice. Okay, so let me grab the. Did I put too much of this in? You guys, I was thinking yesterday, of doing like a pantry cleanup or organizing, but I was like, I don't know if people are going to want to watch that. Like, I feel like it would be too much. Savory rice bake with turmeric. Oh, yum. That sounds delish. Okay, so I'll show you guys how this looks, because this is just about done. So I do have, like I said, I have the chicken. So tomorrow we are going to be, I don't know if you like, yeah. Okay, love. Yeah, I might have to do that because you guys, I think I told you the other day, I ordered a bunch of new spice jars, and because of the weather, like my order's been delayed, which is so like annoying. But so I needed to move a bunch of my stuff. Okay, let me show you guys. Oh, Chris, I don't know. Do you like mushrooms? Because I was thinking of doing like the quiche. It would be like a mushroom chicken quiche. Because, I mean, we have different options. Okay, so there's the salad soup. So if this feels too thick for you guys, you can always add more broth. You can add more milk. You can add water. It's up to you. Now, I knew this was going to be like a quick live, so because I know other people are going to be doing things, so I need to taste this. Oh my god, I put mushrooms. Okay, perfect. I love mushrooms. I love them. Okay. Delicious. So I'm going to add a little bit of more milk in this because I do want it to be a little bit lighter because the hubs is not feeling very well. So I want it to be more brothy, okay? Oh, actually I'll add some more cream to it. Now this would be really good with a baguette. I was going to make some of that. I don't think we've ever made a no-knead bread together. Have we? It's a nice crunchy rustic bread. Delicious. I think I have a short of it actually where I made it with chickchuka. Yeah. See, it's still nice and thick. We're going to let this simmer and this will be ready. So if you guys are making this for like a meal prep situation, if you're not like doing like crazy diet, if you guys want, I can get you the calories and the carbs for this if you want to make it, because I do understand that low carb is not for everybody. It is a hard one to do. So if people are just doing calorie counting, I can get you the calories for this per serving, and then I'll show you. Hold on. So I get these, y'all. Huge mushroom juice. So I get these. Look at my fingers from the turmeric, and this is where I put my soup. So if you're going to do this for meal prep, what you can do is cook it, let it cool down completely at room temperature, fill these, date them so that you know how long you've had them. I don't know how long you plan on keeping them for, and then put them in the freezer. You can keep one in your fridge for, if you're eating it that week, or in order for it to thaw, take out the frozen one, put it in the fridge. It'll be ready in the morning. You can take it with you to work. Fresh juice and those containers stopped here. Is it? I don't know. I use these mostly for soup. Yeah, mostly for soup. Yeah, I love these. These are like really good quality ones too. So, and you can save this for about 3 months, okay? So, but just please make sure that it cools down completely before you put it in your container. Make sure it's well sealed, and then stick it in the freezer. So, is anybody else going to be doing like a dieting situation so we're doing low carb because I know that there's a lot of people that want to see like a significant difference quickly, and low carb is the way to do it. If that's what you're looking for. if you're not wanting it to go as fast, it can be something else. But I know low carb is the way to go. I have done low carb. I did low carb after having my first baby because I I, I gained, okay, when I was pregnant. And I lost the weight pretty quickly with the low carb, and it works. And the majority of people that I know have done low carbs. So, but if you are doing low calorie, we can do that too. Just let me know. And I'll put like the calorie amount, because this per serving, you'll be okay. Yes. Yes. And I don't know, I like it flushes you out, and I like that you actually get full from eating like the meat and the cheese. I used to when I was doing it at one point, I was working, and one of the nightmares of working in an office is they always bring in food for meetings. So whenever you're having a meeting, there you don't even know. They'll just be like, okay, well, we're meeting, and so and so brought food. So you end up sitting there eating like Qdoba, and um, that adds up. Like, I'm not a big person. Like, I'm 5'3". Like, feed me too much rice, and I will, you know, I'll get big. And so that was kind of building up. So I started um, just being like, I'm not eating anything here. Like, I'm gonna go get my own food before the meeting. And I was like, this has to be an option. Like, I cannot eat this stuff. And, or I just bring my own food. But I was a regular customer at the wing stop. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I was a regular customer at the wing stop. I would get just wings fried with nothing on them. Like, obviously I can put cheese on them if I want to, but I didn't. I just got wings. I would get 10 of them and just eat them up. And it was delicious. Or I would go to the IHOP and I would get not IHOP, Village Inn. I would get a ground beef patty with 2 fried eggs. That was another thing that I did for lunch. Let me see. I was going to do calorie counting, but I'm willing to try low carb, anything to get some weight off. Yeah. No sugar, no grain. What did I miss something? Containers. Recipes. Yeah. I mean, it's the best way to go. What do you hate? Am I missing something? Look, I know. You see, and that's what I'm saying is you have to know, like, understand that I understand. I am a pastry person. I am a Mediterranean woman who eats bread and pastas and grains and all kinds of stuff like that, right? And on top of that, I love pastries. I can live on pastries. Okay? Like, just the idea of pastries, just I can't even. So yeah, I get that it's hard. But I think we can at least this is the goal, that at least for 1 week. People who are doing this, they're gonna try it at least for this first week of going super hardcore. We're gonna pretend like we're a bunch of cavemen. We're living in a cave together and we're hunting. Okay? And the berries just didn't come out this time. That it's been bad weather. So we're hunting for the animals. We're not eating it raw though. Like, we're not crossing that line. Yeah. 90 pounds. 90 pounds and recently gained 40 back, and I'm devastated, stress eater, and it's been a tough. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that, love. So you've gained 40 pounds, okay? Still lost 90 though. So and that's the thing, love, I hope like, if anything like that, hello. If you're struggling with anything like that that makes you like want to eat or anything, please feel free to just like nudge me in the comments, in my comment area. I don't know if you're in the AYE Discord, but I would much rather we talk it through and you find something else to eat rather than um, eat, stress eat. You know what I mean? You can't hunt or fish? Get out of here. How about you, Paolo? Can you hunt and fish? I'll hunt for us, okay? I'm not gonna traumatize people, but I know what to do. Thank you so much. Of course, love, of course. Because listen, like I understand that whole idea of like you go and you stress eat. We have to talk through what happens afterwards. How do you feel after that? What could we have picked that was different? What could you have done to replace and sitting down and eating this bad thing? You can replace it with a different habit. You know what I mean? We can just talk through it and figure it out because you had the ability to lose 90 pounds. That's crazy. That's crazy. You can fish. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, so Jennifer, we've got Jennifer, and I know Jennifer's doing it with us. Oh, did I miss something from Jenny? Is Jenny leaving? I'm gonna have to watch the end of the replay. I'm going back to bed. Oh my gosh, yes, Jenny, good night. Get some rest. My goodness. You and your second shifts and whatever. I'm sorry, what? Dragon. I think you might be lost, muchacha. Okay. Probably capable of hunting, but I've never done it. I've done the after the hunting. Like I know what to do with it after it comes home. But yeah. But that's what I'm saying. We're doing it. Just put your mind right there. We're going to meditate. That's where we're going right now. We are living in a cave together. We have fires. We have all of that. We have meat. That's what we're eating. And that's how we're going to get healthy, at least for this week. Pretend we're on Survivor. Okay? We're on Survivor. Paolo's probably going to bring like the blender. Be like, I need my protein drink. And who was it? There's somebody else that likes smoothies. Hunted and fished when I was young. Don't have the energy anymore. B squared, we'll do it together. All right, so this is nice and ready. So, I mean, are y'all ready for it? Mels, you're not even going to do it for a week? Not even for a week? I mean, I'll still have to cook some regular stuff for the kids. You're ready, Jenny? I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm so excited. You're here in spirit, Mels. Okay. Okay, well, you just need to log in your stuff. 120 gram. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, perfect, perfect. How exciting. You guys ready to go to the island? The caveman island? We are starting the 1st. What's today? Today, I think it's the 31st. I don't have my thing on me. Today is the 31st, so tomorrow. Solidarity. Yes, thank you. So at least for 1 week, you guys, if anybody wants to tap out after a week, I will try to convince you not to, but just for that first week, we're doing less than 10 carbs, okay? I posted the menu. If anybody's hungry or anything, send me a message under there, or you know you can find me in AYE's chat, AYE's stuff, or I also have an email. But it would be better for us to post it publicly so that we all know that if we're struggling together, that the struggle is real. You know what I mean? And we're doing the honor system. I mean, if somebody wants to, you know, to not, you know, follow along, you'll just be messing your journey up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can tell us. And we'll be like, God dang. Okay. See, there you go, Scorpio. Scorpio already has things happening. Are you gonna go hunt for the cauliflower or the mushrooms? Just don't kill us. The mushrooms, God knows. I hope you know how to identify your mushrooms. But yeah, you can leave it in. You can leave the comments over in the community post. You can find me at AYE. What else? I have an email in my profile. Wandering, come on. You know what? We can't trust you with the mushrooms. Did they have potatoes back then? I know they grow in the ground. They must have had something. Just go cut down some trees. Can you do that? Can you cut down some trees? Maybe build something. Okay, so this is ready. And so that's what we're going to do. And like I said, if somebody's like, you know what, I'm tapping out, I need something else. One tip for keto, flu salt. Yes. And I think I put that in the community post, salt your food. I don't know, did I? Because that is a good tip, Paolo. What are we, beavers? Ma'am. Oh, AYE, yeah. Potatoes come from South America. Wondering, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that because I don't think that that's the only place they come from. It's a whole documentary on it. Okay. All right, let me get the parsley really quick to garnish this and serve it up. Oh, okay. Interesting. I think I did see it at the Kroger here. You know, okay, I'll have to look it up. Did you know that some of the trees in California, some of the palm trees are Algerian trees? They actually imported them from Algeria. Were you aware? All right, so we're just going to cut up some parsley. Yeah. So there's different kinds of palm trees, right? You've got those long, skinny ones. Those aren't ours. Ours are curvier. They're like a little bit bigger, and they're a little bit shorter. So those are the ones. They're from Algeria. Like, I'd never seen one of those super skinny palm trees until we came here. Really? Oh my God. How exciting. I love that. Yes. That's so exciting. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Are down off the thick palm trees. Yeah, I heard that they went to California. I don't know if they ever sent any to Florida. And I love Florida, okay? Love Florida. Are you kidding? Okay, let me just get a lemon and then. Are we? Can I finish the lemon? But Florida weather is probably the closest thing that I've found to Algeria's weather. Under your parsley ideas, Jennifer. Wow. Wow. All right, you guys. So let me serve this up. I'm kind of short. I can't reach that one. We'll use this bowl and this one. You guys, look at how gorgeous these lemons are. They were really gypping us on the lemons there for a minute. Now look at them. I love lemons. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We have earthquakes, violent earthquakes. My God. Have you ever been in like a crazy earthquake? It literally feels like it doesn't even make sense. Like how the house is like, you're like, how are we actually moving like a boat? But yeah, earthquakes, sandstorms, stuff like that. But no hurricanes. All right. So let me serve this up. Paolo, do you guys have earthquakes in Brazil? Why do I feel like you would, isn't it? I feel like you would, but I don't know. Is that soccer song, that Nossa, Nossa, is that Brazilian? Nossa, Nossa, huh? Yes, baby. What is it, Bubba? Oh, he's talking to me through the vent. I'm like waiting for him to come to the stairs. We have lots of earthquakes. Do you? Oh. Oh. Where the ground moves? I mean, makes sense, okay? All right, so we've got this. So this is our soup here. And then you take your parsley for Jennifer's parsley ideas, because we got to keep up with Jennifer's parsley needs. I just took a little bit of that lemon. Something to bitch at. You know, I try really hard never to bitch at Mother Nature because it's like so out of, like whenever we complain about weather, I find that so hilarious. When we're like, I hate this place. I hate this weather. It's like, nobody's controlling it. We'll take this, put some lemon on it because, hello. Because why not? Hold on, let me get the spoon. Thank you guys. I hope you guys give this a try. It's delish, okay? And it's good for you. It's, you know, Paolo, this is like my favorite soup ever. I love cream of chicken and wild rice. And like I said, you guys, if you don't want to make it like this, hi, Wyoma, hello. Of course, Rally, you are very welcome. And if you guys don't want to put all of this stuff in it, you can just leave this as a broth, throw in some egg noodles in there. The egg white noodles, let's see, these. So you can throw some of these in there, okay? Cream of chicken and wild rice soup. So some of these in there. You can also do some quick barley in there if you want to, okay? This one right here, I'll show you. Some of this. Throw some of this in there. And, you know, you don't have to make it, but this is all you'll need with a little chunk of bread on the side and you're good to go. I love those noodles, love, and the kids really love them. That is bomb diggity, okay? So I hope you guys give this a try. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I did post what we're going to be eating for the first week. Don't be afraid to complain. We'll get you through it. But tomorrow, if Crystal wants to, God willing, the yum dance. We're going to make a quiche, the mushroom and chicken quiche. And it's, again, bomb diggity. So I hope that you guys give it a try. And maybe you guys can cook with us. And yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Y'all stay warm. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And tomorrow, what? Tomorrow's Sunday. Enjoy that too, okay? So I will be seeing you guys very soon. All right, bye. Love you.